We're here in a 2011 Lexus LS. We're about to install the Hamilton upgrade kit to put wireless and wired CarPlay and Android Auto right into this factory screen. We're going to completely change the look and feel of this vehicle while maintaining all the factory features like the backup camera. And at any time, you'll be able to hold the voice speech button for 3 seconds to switch back to your factory interface. You're not going to lose a single feature, and we're going to completely change this vehicle. I'm so excited. It's one of my favorite Lexuses. Let's get started. Let's begin the installation. Before you start, put the vehicle in neutral, make sure the parking brake is applied, and we'll go ahead and disconnect the negative cable of the battery. You want to make sure the vehicle is on a level surface and you follow all recommended precautions in the glove box for when a vehicle is in neutral. Chalk the wheels and do not stand in the way of the door while you're working. Then we're going to come under here and we're going to disconnect the negative cable from the battery to make sure that power is off to the vehicle. Press down in the center of these clips to remove them. Then we'll take this trim panel, we'll move it over here, and we can go ahead and disconnect the negative cable on the battery. We'll go ahead and start taking off the trim panels. We're going to remove these leather-covered trim panels on either side of the center console. They're going to swing out like this, and then they will rock up. Set them in a safe place. We'll do this one as well. With the panels removed, let's take off the gear shift knob, grip it, and spin it counterclockwise. Set it in a safe place. Go ahead and remove 2 bolts. One is here and one is here. These are both 10 millimeters. With both of those removed, we'll go ahead and open up the center console here, and we're going to remove this plastic strip. Insert your finger, lift up, support the trim piece as you come across it. We'll set it aside. You're going to want to get under the center console trim and pop it up here. We'll move it over to the side like this, and then you can get under this trim box is what we call it, and you can pop this one out. There'll be one wiring harness to disconnect under here. Press down on the tab, disconnect it, and we'll set it aside. There's going to be 2 bolts to remove. You're going to look through this window, and it's up and at an angle like this. One on either side. With both of these removed, let's grab a towel to protect the center console. With the towel like this, you can reach with your fingers and remove the trim on the front of the radio. Set it aside. Use a trim pry tool starting in the inside corners here and pop the radio loose. Then you can use your fingers to come across it. And we'll pop it free from the housing. The sides of this car are very sensitive, so avoid whatever you can putting the pry tools in through the sides here on this vehicle. We'll go ahead and move this radio aside like this, and we're going to take off 1, 2 10 millimeter bolts here. I'm going to give you an overview now of the wiring. This is the main Hamilton wiring harness. We have this wire here. This is the Hamilton box power wire. It's long and tan. This is going to plug directly into the Hamilton box that we're going to place in the footwell of the passenger seat. We then have a few of these big, what we call pigtail connectors. We're going to be making connections in 2 places. This is the screen and this is the radio. We will be making 2 of our connections behind the screen and 1 of our connections behind the radio. It's very important to distinguish screen from radio. This one labeled audio, we're going to remove a harness from the back of the radio. We'll plug it into the Hamilton female, and the Hamilton male will go into the back of the radio. On the back of the screen, we're going to remove 2 harnesses. One is labeled camera and will fit into this Hamilton female, and the Hamilton male will go back into the back of the screen. This one is labeled power. One that we will remove from the back of the screen will fit into this one labeled power, and the Hamilton male will go into the back of the screen. You cannot mix these up. It's very important. These 2 go to screen, audio goes to radio. You will not be using the camera power or the yellow camera RCA for this car. This is the USB accessory harness. We will not be using any of these yellow RCAs or the mic wire. This system will automatically use your factory backup camera and your factory microphone for audio, and that will be handled via this main harness. The only reason for this USB accessory wire is so that you have a USB port for wired CarPlay and wired Android Auto. This system will come built in with wireless and wired CarPlay and Android Auto. You can also use this USB to charge your phone or provide upgrade files to the device from customer service. These are your LVDS video signal wires. These are going to both plug into the Hamilton box. You're going to remove a blue male from the back of the screen, plug in the Hamilton male, and plug the factory male into this blue female from Hamilton. This is a very important Wi-Fi and Bluetooth antenna. It's going to plug into the Hamilton box. It'll plug right into a port on the side of the Hamilton box. It's for your wireless CarPlay and Android Auto. Let's get started. We're going to remove these two main harnesses from the back of the factory screen, 1 and 2. You'll press down on the connector to remove these and then support it with the white connector. Don't pull from the wires. The one that has these larger style pins will plug into the Hamilton female, and the Hamilton male will go back into its place in the back of the factory screen. This is going to be the wire labeled power. The one on top here is going to be the wire labeled camera. It's easy to distinguish because it's orange on this harness. These colors may change in the future, however. We'll go ahead and plug this one into the Hamilton female, and we'll plug the Hamilton male into the back of the screen. Now, we're going to position this one labeled audio. Make sure it goes behind this cross member here so it doesn't get in the way as we reinstall things. Let's take the factory screen and we'll briefly set it up into its place out of the way here. We'll now pick up the factory radio down here. Go ahead and disconnect this harness. We've disconnected this harness here, and we're going to plug it in to the Hamilton female from the one labeled audio. Just like that. The Hamilton male will go into the back of the radio here. Now we'll slide this screen back out. We are now going to make these LVDS connections. We're going to remove this blue square wire from the back of the factory screen. We'll plug it into the Hamilton female. And we'll plug the Hamilton male in its place in the back of the factory screen. Now we'll go ahead and take the other ends of these wires. Now we're going to go ahead and take these 3 wires here, and we're going to feed them down into the back right corner of the center console, and we're going to pop out here. Remove this black plastic clip here. You may need a bit of force the first time you do it, and we can then pull this carpet down around the center console. We're going to be taking these wires here, and we're going to run them down through the back and to the right and pop them out right here. There's a very easy channel. All right, we now have these wires right here. We can connect them to the Hamilton box. Here is the Hamilton box. We're going to begin making our connections now. We'll plug the main power wire in here. As well, these LVDS video signal wires will go here and here. In the near future, these colors may change. There'll be a diagram that'll show you exactly where they go, but we may be updating the colors of these. Your USB wire, this is your USB harness. Again, we're not going to use any of these yellow RCAs, even the one labeled camera on this vehicle. It will automatically use your factory backup camera and mic. We can put this USB wherever you'd like it. Some folks want it on the driver's side, some want it on the glove box. This customer would like it right here between their passenger side and center console. So we'll go ahead and mock this up. And as we put this into place, we'll just make sure that this stays right where we want it for when we put the trim panels on. This is your Wi-Fi Bluetooth antenna. We're going to go ahead and connect that here. This is for wireless CarPlay. CarPlay will initiate with a Bluetooth connection, and then it switches to a proprietary Wi-Fi connection. We're going to take this, and there's a little bit of space kind of at the front here. We're going to take this box, and we will nestle it down towards the front here. You can put the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth antenna in with the box up here. You may find a slightly better place to put it would be behind the radio. And so you could simply run it up into here and use the two-sided tape to hold it into place. Ideally would be in the center console area, wherever you will usually keep your phone. Now the antenna will have plenty of range for the whole vehicle, but just a matter of precaution. We'll go ahead and line up the wiring harness, begin to organize this into its front pocket here. Now we'll tuck it into place, fit the contour back to how the vehicle was. You will never be able to tell this is down here. We'll go ahead and reinstall the clip. Got our USB right where we want it. Let's button it all back up. At this point in time, you can go ahead and set these back into place, and this would be a great time to power on the vehicle, check all your functionality, check your audio. You want to make sure with our system that you're putting it into aux mode. You want your factory system to be in aux mode. To switch between the factory operating system and the Hamilton operating system, you'll long hold the voice speech button on the steering wheel. And I'd recommend now, go ahead and play with the system, make sure everything is working, your backup camera, factory mic, everything like that. If you have any questions, this is an easy time to call me or one of my teammates. You can talk to us while you've got everything disassembled. All right, let's wrap it up now. We'll go ahead and organize the wiring behind the screen, and we'll take it, gently line it into place, and snap it in. Now, one thing to note, these two brackets under here that the screen sits on, these are the metal brackets where you pulled out those screws. Sometimes they can be pinched in a little bit, and you might need to line up the screen and then reach under here and just kind of pull them out to the side if you're having a hard time putting the screen in. With the screen in, we'll go ahead and reinstall these two bolts now. We'll go ahead and reinstall the bolts on both of the brackets. With the bolts reinstalled, we can take the factory radio. Once again, organize the wiring gently into place, line it up, and we'll snap it into its socket. After reinstalling the two radio bolts and trim, you can take the center console cover, line it up into its sockets, and snap it into place. Make sure that all of your compartments open and close effortlessly, and that everything is organized properly. You'll want your USB port to come out in an accessible location. Then you can line up the rear trim piece and snap it down into place. We're now going to reinstall the two bolts that we removed at the beginning, holding the center console cover into place. Use your socket wrench and tighten them down. There's no need to over-tighten these bolts. We'll go ahead and line up the tabs in the back on these trim panels and then snap them into place. One on the driver and one on the passenger side. Line it up and snap it into place. We'll put the knob back on the gear shift now. And just like that, the installation is complete. And there it is, the Hamilton upgrade kit in this 2011 Lexus LS. This system is backed by the 3-year Hamilton guarantee. It's a top-of-the-line warranty. That means we're going to take great care of you before, during, or after your purchase. This is one of my favorite vehicles, as I mentioned at the beginning. It deserves a top-of-the-line product. All of our systems are developed on cars right here in Raleigh, North Carolina, and we only use the highest quality, genuine internal components that are equivalent to the type of components used by Lexus or Toyota. Check us out, hamiltonmotorcompany.com. Give us a call. You can talk to me or one of my teammates at 919-858-2890.